Hi, I'm State Senator Joe Lagana from the 38th Legislative District, and I'm very proud that today the New Jersey State Senate is honoring Mr. Fred Korematsu. Mr. Korematsu was a Japanese American who was forced to an internment camp during World War II. Mr. Korematsu fought against the executive order and was convicted for not going to the internment camp. Mr. Korematsu fought against that conviction by going all the way to the Supreme Court, which ultimately ruled against him. That did not deter Mr. Korematsu, who spent a lifetime fighting against racial injustice and inequality. Eventually, he had his conviction overturned and was even awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Bill Clinton. I'm truly inspired by Mr. Korematsu's story and his lifelong fight to end racial injustice and inequality. I also want to thank Mr. Tak Furumoto with the Japanese American Association of New York for his tireless advocacy and for being a great American. Mr. Furumoto was born in an internment camp during World War II and later went on to serve in the United States military.
We were interned, and I wasn't because I was born in Turtle Lake segregation camp on October 20th, 1944. My parents lived in East LA. He had wholesale business, and my parents and my four older sisters were given 10 days notice. This was Executive Order 9066 by President Roosevelt. The first place that they went after Santa Anita was the lower Arkansas, and then they moved to Turtle Lake. That's where I was born. The government gave us a loyalty question, specifically 2728. 27 says, would you disavow Emperor of Japan? And my father says no. And would you volunteer in the military service in the United States? He, at the time, had 4 kids. He said no. Anybody voted no on these questions were placed in Turtle Lake segregation camp. That's where we were born. You know, we don't want something like this to happen to us. During the World War II, and this is a story, a Cinderella story, or a story that I want all the Americans to hear. When young men, 18, 19, 20, they volunteer despite the fact that their parents, their families, their relatives were locked up in a camp. They volunteer, and one unit called 442nd Regimental Unit was the most decorated unit in the entire history of the United States. Of all the wars, they were the most decorated. So I wear this uniform because I do have predecessors whose families are locked up, yet they're volunteers. And this unit took most of the casualties trying to protect and save the Texas Battalion. In fact, they got more casualties than them. But however, they tried their best. And all of us Americans do this. I'm not the only one who went to Vietnam, got decorated, I came back disabled. It doesn't matter. I mean, all of us must defend our country because we love this country. And this particular day of Fred Korematsu is about that particular story.
Again, grateful to him and the association for helping me with this resolution, and I'm honored to sponsor it and have it pass in the Senate today. Thank you.